look, everybody. It's a very windy, as I look at that travel trailer there. It's a very windy January 11th. And I did say that correctly, January 11th. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I was chilling in the house this morning. I knew I was going for a ride because the weather was supposed to kind of be okay today for a ride. As you can see, it's typical gray Ohio. But you know, I got up. I was in some shorts and a long sleeve shirt, working on a video, watching YouTube, listening to some music. You know, and I stepped outside, and it was warmer outside than it was in my house. And I said, Christmas Rock Road, I have to go down that. And I said, you know, I just need to go for a ride. So, you know, the YouTube channel suffers when it's 70 degrees in January. I know I got a lot of comments to answer, but it's 70 degrees. The Spyder is telling me it's 73. It is 70 degrees out here, and it is January 11th. So, the first year I bought my motorcycle, my first motorcycle, first time riding, we picked it up in March 2012, and it was like 80 most of March, and I was loving it. I mean, I was out all the time, you know, riding back and forth to work, hanging out with buddies, just enjoying the nice warm weather. And then I think 2 years ago, when we had issues with the transmission that came in this from BRP, it was also very nice, and I missed it because the Spyder was in the shop. Well, you know what? I think we're back to having a mild winter, which I'll take. I will take this any day of the week, because the older I'm getting, the more I hate the snow and the cold. It's a place, you know, if I enjoyed it and I had a sled and, you know, doing winter activities, but it makes me hurt. My hands hurt, my shoulders hurt, my back hurts. You know, enough of the cold weather. It can stay like this for the rest of the year, but it's not going to, because I think tomorrow the high is supposed to be 40 or 45. So it's very gusty. I'm heading right into some pretty crazy winds. We're actually under a wind advisory until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And that just goes to show how perfect a Can-Am Spyder handles in adverse weather. You know, I'm one hand, I'm not freaking out, I'm not holding on to bars very tight. You know, I'm having some issues with my shoulders lately, but I mean, it's nothing. It is nothing to ride a Can-Am Spyder in heavy winds, or especially, you know, the F3. And I never had an issue with the RS either. Now, I've never been on a big RT with the big crazy windscreen on it, but these things are stable. And the more issue I have is when the wind comes kind of like diagonally, and it actually grabs my helmet and tries to yank my helmet off. That's the only time I have an issue, and it's not a Spyder issue. It's extremely windy, and the wind grabbed my helmet. You know, so I don't know if you're new to a Can-Am Spyder. Yeah, I remember when I was new. We might as well just continue. You know, I bought my first motorcycle. You know, I wanted to, even when I got that first motorcycle, thank you, I knew eventually I was going to get a Can-Am Spyder. But you know, the first motorcycle was $3,500, and the first Can-Am Spyder was $1,700, so, or $17,000. You know, a little difference in pricing. So, you know, I never really fell in love with a motorcycle, even though I wish I had that motorcycle today. But you know, I have my Can-Am Spyder, and let's talk about how these things handle. You know, when you're new to anything, you want to watch and you want to learn as much as you can. You know, is this really what you want? Is this really what you need? And for me, it checks off a lot of boxes. They're super stable. You know, Like, this wind is intense. I wish you guys could feel the wind that is hitting me right now. I mean, it's rocking my body back and forth. And the Spyder's stable. I mean, it is truly stable. I'm running 55 miles per hour. The speedometer's off by 3, so it's saying 60 right now. Not a problem. I mean, not a problem. It's super easy just to nudge it into corners. I mean, these things are truly amazing how they handle, how stable they are. Man, that is a stout side wind. It is literally hitting me in this direction, and I'm running true. I mean, it's amazing how true you can run in heavy winds on a Can-Am Spyder. And, you know, do winds move the Spyder around a little bit? When you pass when you pass a semi-truck, and a semi-truck passes you, does it move the Spyder a little bit? You know, it does. I'm not going to lie, but it's not like being on two wheels and being moved. You know, when I'm on my little dual sport and there's moderate winds, that thing's so light, it blows me around everywhere. And I couldn't get used to that on my two wheels, but on this it's different. You know what it could be like, and it's nothing. It is nothing on the Spyder. You know, it just takes time. So if you're new to a Can-Am Spyder, don't ride it once and be like, I don't like it. You know, it definitely takes time to get used to how these things handle. They don't handle like two wheels. Some instances they handle better, and some they handle worse, to be honest with you. You know, I was behind a Honda ST 1300, and there was no way I could keep up in the corners. But I had a good time. The thing handled great. Man, this wind is crazy. It's literally right here. No issues. None. We're gonna have to see if we can pass this dude. And I don't know where I'm heading. I'm on Hamburg Road, just outside of Lancaster. I mean, even the little street sign. It's freaking windy out. Yeah, maybe I'll head down to Tarleton. Oh, that's a nice side-by-side. You know, so give it time. Don't just hop on a Spyder and be like, I don't like how it handles. I'm not used to it, especially if you're coming from two wheels. You know, because you have to really relearn a lot. So, you know, I was new to riding, and I thought for sure once I got on a Can-Am Spyder that it would make me a worse two-wheeler. And in fact, it's made me a better one. And I can say that because, you know, I went from riding two wheels to a Spyder, and now I have both. And having a Spyder, it really taught me some basics that you can translate and carry over to two wheels. And, you know, I got my dual sport, and, you know, the thing is absolutely incredible. And I ride it a lot better than I ever rode my first motorcycle. So, you know, don't think you're getting a Can-Am Spyder. You can't have both. You can't move back and forth from two wheels to three wheels. You know, the first time I hop back on two wheels, you know, I was at the gas station, and the only thing I told myself was make sure I put the kickstand down so I don't just climb off of it and drop it on the ground. You know, you can go back and forth. I mean, they're different beasts, but you can do it, no problem. Let's see what we got for passing power. So I'm going to leave it in 6th gear, and I'm just going to roll on. I'm in eco mode. There we go. That's 82 miles per hour. About 80. You know, they got plenty of power. Like I said, I was just in 6th gear. I didn't drop a gear and just rolled on the gas. You know, the F3 and the F3T and the F3 Limit, I feel, are probably some of the best Spyders Can-Am makes. You know, the RT is great for long distances, but with the F3 and the F3T and the F3 Limited, you sit down in them more. When I had my STS, the thing handled great, but I felt like I was on top, and I couldn't be connected with the bike, and it kind of affected how I rode it. And that's the same with the RT. It's great for long distance touring, but if you want to really get down and do some hard riding or spirited riding and get into some twisties, you know, the F3 and the F3T are the way to go. You just feel like you're one with the bike. I think the center of gravity is a lot lower, and then how low inside the Spyder you sit really helps quite a bit. You know, so if you're looking at Spyders, drop a comment. You know, there's plenty of people that's had Spyders for years and years and years. I've put over 100,000 miles on my Spyders, you know, combined with all three of them. You know, drop a comment. We'll answer them. You know, these things are amazing machines. You know, if you're getting older and you can't support the weight of a two-wheeler, or if you just want the security of knowing that you can come to a stop and the Spyder just stays. You don't have to balance it. You know, maybe your partner is not comfortable riding two up. You know, they don't want to be two up. Well, on the Spyder, it's different. You know, there's a lot of security with the Spyder, knowing that it's just not going to fall over. You know, they are truly amazing, and I'm going to have to pass a whole bunch of stuff this time. Boom. So this is going to be just a quick little video. I want to get back to enjoying and not working. It's a bad word, 4-letter word. I don't like saying that word. Circleville Street Southwest, Clear Creek. 4th Alley Southwest. There we go. We're naming alleys in this little town. So on that, I think I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to get down the road and listen to some music and kind of chillax a little bit and try to get not blown off my Spyder. So thumbs up if you like the video. Stay safe, everybody. Drop a comment below. You know, what do you think about a Can-Am Spyder? Have you been on a Can-Am Spyder? Your first time on a Can-Am Spyder? We're going to hear them all. Stay safe, everybody. See you in a couple days.